would you guys like to hear my favorite automations that I have set up?
Of course we would.
Yeah, definitely.
You know it.
So one of the ones that my favorite ones so far is I found an integration on GitHub, and it scrapes the information from NHL's website and it updates whatever your team score is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, this sounds pretty cool. I was like, I got to try it out. So I set it up on the Home Assistant setup at my dad's house, and I have it set up currently. I tried it on mine first, which I had like our favorite team, obviously Pittsburgh, is Penguins, and I have it set up so that when the Penguins score, every single time they score, it triggers an automation. And for me, it was a light routine. What I did was I had some flashing hue play bars on the back of the TV, and it would flash between blue and gold pretty quick for a couple seconds and then just stop, and it would go back to whatever it was.
Nice.
And once I saw it, it started working, and it worked really well. I was like not expecting it to be within seconds of a goal, and that was crazy to see it happen. And I set it up at his house, and I mean, getting the call for the first time that the lights went off when the Pens scored was just, it was awesome to hear that. And my sister was actually sleeping in the living room that night, and
oh no,
they were playing in Vegas, so it was a late game.
Yeah.
And she was sitting there at night, and all of the lights just started flashing super bright on full blast, and she thought that like the cops were coming up the street or something. But that means it works, so I'm okay with that. The second thing is, I told you about how he has the automatic lights when he walks into his office. We had to make an exception to that because I started noticing, I would like monitor the logbook in the house, and I started noticing that his office lights were unavailable from like 9 o'clock at night to 6 in the morning every single night. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I went to his house.
Flips the switch off.
He hits the switch, and I was like, why are you doing that? And he told me it's because the lights are on at night because the cats are walking into the thing and triggering the motion sensor. And so now we have an exception on there that it turns off, it disables the motion sensor routine from X amount. And like, it's stuff like that you don't think about when you first start setting these up, that it requires tweaking. It's not just set it up and leave it. And for all of the people that are trying to get into Home Assistant, not only do I highly recommend it, but you have to go into this knowing that you're going to make some mistake, whether it's the one that I made at the beginning where I just bricked a USB device and I pretty much disconnected every single light in the house, to simple things like that with the cats triggering unnecessary lights. Like, you're going to run into issues with it, but Home Assistant and its community gives you the opportunity and the resources to find out what's wrong and fix it.
Yeah.
That's the huge kicker. No, there's not some big warning that says click this button to fix it. It's not that user friendly, but it is in the sense that you can, I mean, the logbook, once I started learning about how to like filter through entities and stuff like that in the logbook, it just got so easy because you can see if things get registered, and it's near instant.
Yeah.
Or real time. And that was just fantastic to get into that.